All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. And today we're going to be doing a fragrance review of Ocean Noir, and this is by Malul. So this is the package that it came in. This is like a sample set with the Ocean Noir being the main fragrance in here. And so the box looks clean, it looks classy. It talks about the scent breakdown on the back, so you can kind of see some of the notes there. So for this one, it's a woody aquatic, and it says top notes, marine mist, tangelo, black coconut. Mid notes, sea kelp, yarrow, geranium. And then base notes, amberwood, tonka bean, and musk. And I didn't really think I was going to do a review on this fragrance, honestly. I got this as a gift for Christmas, and I've never heard of the brand, so I just assumed cheapy, and I went with my protocol for cheapies, which is just overspray. And I remember I went out a couple times, and I was like, this is really strong. I might knock somebody out. And what kind of pushed me over the edge was after a long day, I laid in bed, and I had sprayed it like that morning, and I still had a sillage around me. And I was just like, okay, this is a very solid fragrance. I better take a look at this. And so, as you can see on the back here, it does say it retails for $149, and then wherever this person got it from, it says $119.95. And I think I've seen this online for $110. It's a good scent. It's a good fragrance. Whether or not you pay that price is kind of up to you. I would try to see if you could get it for like a buy one, get a certain percentage off. But it is a quality fragrance, and I would honestly not classify this as a cheapie. I'm going to say this. I don't think this is an original scent. It kind of reminds me of Cambridge Night a little bit, but Cambridge Night is not an aquatic fragrance, but there's still some notes that kind of remind me of that. But looking at the inside, the box looks very nice. You have this velvety foam material in here. And so you get a 100 milliliter bottle of Ocean Noir. And I'll be honest, when I opened this, I could smell the Ocean Noir, and it smelled good. Off the jump, it definitely smells good. But I kind of discounted it. I was like, anybody can make something that smells good for a couple minutes. But so you have a 100 milliliter bottle of that, and these are all eau de parfum. And then you have a 10 milliliter vial with a spray cap. And so it sprays pretty good, actually. So it's middling. I mean, it's not great. And then this one, kind of the same way. So here's the bottle. It's like a blue tinted bottle. The cap is not magnetic, but it does hold the fragrance up. It's very solid. The sprayer, I think it's middling as well. Well, actually, no. That's actually really pretty good. Yeah, it's easy to control. Oh man, and that smells really, really good off the jump. But it also comes with some of his other scents. This one says Citizen Jack Absolute. I'm gonna do another fragrance review on this in the near future. That's a 10 milliliter. This one, it's black tie. It's 0.33 fluid ounces. So this one says K Tourette black tie. So I don't know if he has collections and this is under the K Tourette collection or what is going on here. I don't know if you can really see that, but that's what that looks like. We'll run back this Absolute again. So as you can see here, hopefully that's what this looks like. So this is a nice bottle, and this is high quality stuff. This is like on par with Versace, Paco Rabanne, maybe a little bit under. I would say this is at least 8/10 of what those are. This could be an original fragrance. It reminds me of several other fragrances, but I don't think it's a direct clone of anything. On the back of the box, you can see the notes, and it says top notes are marine mist, tangelo, black coconut, and then it says mid notes are sea kelp, yarrow, geranium, and then base notes are amberwood, tonka bean, and musk. Off the jump, this is definitely a man's fragrance. In the US, we call all fragrances cologne, regardless of the concentration. So this is definitely very, very masculine. This is a deeper, fresh fragrance. I tend to gravitate towards fresh aquatic fragrances and then fresh green fragrances. And then fresh sweet fragrances as well. So this one smells sweet to me, but it definitely smells richer than something like Chrome or something like Voyage, Nautica Voyage. If you don't have Nautica Voyage, I would highly recommend starting there on the fresh end. And it doesn't smell cheap. And I've seen several comparisons where people are on the streets and they compare that against Blue Day Chanel, and it holds its weight. It's like $20, $30 fragrance that holds its weight against something that costs $150. So definitely check that out. But if you spray these back to back, this definitely smells richer, more expensive, and like it has depth. And I think this is going to be a mass appealing fragrance. And it's less playful. It's not citrusy, so that kind of takes away from the playfulness. But you can, since it is a fresh, woody, aquatic fragrance, I would say, I mean, you could wear this year round. The winter may take a little bit of punch out of it, but this is definitely a eau de parfum concentration. I know sometimes with English laundry, it doesn't matter if it's eau de toilette, eau de parfum. You can tell. This definitely projects. It lasts 6 to 8 hours on me, and I would imagine it lasts that long on a lot of people's skin. I don't think it would turn sour in the heat either. One reason some of you all might not like this fragrance is because it does have musk. So it's not super heavy on the musk because I'm not a big musk guy, but when I sprayed it one time, I smelled it and I was like, I don't really like that, because a lot of times like mid-tier and cheapies dry down to just musk. But on this one, it retains a lot of its scent profile as it dries down. So off the top, you can definitely smell the marine mist, the tangelo, and the coconut's in there. But it definitely smells, very aquatic, very salty. And then the amberwood and tonka bean give it like weight and give it a solid foundation. So on the dry down, the tonka bean, amberwood, and musk definitely go well together. So again, on a lot of mid-weight, mid-price, cheapy fragrances, they dry down. All you smell is tonka bean. But the tonka bean, musk, and the amberwood stick around with the aquatic throughout the life of this fragrance, in my opinion. I mean, I would give this like an 8 out of 10. I would pay $110 for this. I wouldn't pay $150, but I would pay $110 for this, if I'm being honest. A lot of people like to go out and grab cheapies and try to, pan for gold, so to speak. At a certain point, like buying a fragrance that you can spray 3 or 4 times on you and it'll last all day is worth it. And you can definitely do that with this fragrance. If you're looking for a woodsy aquatic fragrance, it's not very heavily woody. I wouldn't say that, because again, those base notes blend so well together, and the aquatic note, the salty notes don't leave. It might be a little too, rich for the gym. I wouldn't wear it at the gym. You can. You're going to smell good. You're going to get compliments. But to me, it's a little bit more serious than the gym would be. I wouldn't wear it to like a breakfast thing. If you're going to be wearing something throughout the day, then yeah, I would say, yeah, this is a great fragrance. Like you could wear this on a date. You could wear this to work. I would say it leans kind of towards the second half of the day, honestly. And it doesn't smell cheap. It smells like you paid, if you tell somebody, yeah, I paid $100 for this, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that. All right, folks, so thank you for watching. One thing I did not mention in this video is that I do believe this fragrance is not as fresh and as light as Acqua di Gio Profundo. So if that's a fragrance you really like, I think there's too much overlap if you have both of these fragrances. But I would say this smells a little bit heavier and more serious. This set, I'll get into the other fragrances in another video, but I would say this is a little strong for somebody, like if you have a teenage son, or like somebody in middle school, high school. Unless they're buying it themselves, I wouldn't get this for them. Let them stick with the Axe, the cheapy fragrances like English Laundry, and kind of find their footing, and then kind of go from there. Yeah, I highly recommend this. And stay tuned for my other 2 videos on the 2 fragrances in here that I'll review here shortly. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. All right, and last thing, that geranium note goes really, really well with the aquatic and the seaweed. I mean, yeah. Or the sea kelp, excuse me. This fragrance is excellently blended. I would say 10 out of 10 on the blending of this fragrance also. So